Okay, so now that we are getting ready to start sewing, what we're gonna do is I have it pinned. So then what we're gonna do is we wanna make sure that we pin it so that way the fabric doesn't get like shifty on us. So then what we're going to do is we are going to sew right on top of those purple lines that we created. So, and we're gonna drop our foot in a way we start sewing. And again, we're gonna sew right on those purple lines that we literally just drew, and we're gonna sew all the way down the entire length of the strip. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off of my sewing machine and I am going to flip it right around so that as I'm sewing the entire strip going all the way across. So now, before the strip was hanging off the sewing machine, now it's on my lap because now we're going to sew going this way. So here we go, again, right on that purple line that we just drew. So let me show you exactly what I did up close and personal right in the camera. So I'm going to flip it around so that way you can see the back side of my fabric, because the back side of the fabric, I'm using a gray thread. So with that gray thread, you could actually see what I just sewed. So now we're going to go ahead and sew our next line. Again, the next line is of course our purple. So let's go ahead and place that right on top, and away we sew, going all the way down. Take that right off the sewing machine. I am sure you are getting the sense of it now. And then we're gonna go ahead and sew the opposite side. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so we are just going to keep on sewing. Hi, Georgie George. And I've got my little companion right here, George, right here. So let's go ahead and just keep moving. Again, we're gonna stitch on every single purple line that we drew, and then I'll see you in the next step. Now that we have this entire strip sewn, next what we're gonna do is we are going to cut using our scissors, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we're gonna cut out our fabric. Okay, so now that we're gonna use our scissors, you could absolutely use your rotary cutter if you wanted, but now what we're gonna do is we are going to cut right on those blue lines that we have already drawn. And again, you could absolutely use your rotary cutter. And then we're going to cut it one more time. Actually, no, that's a lie. We're not going to just cut it one more time. We're going to cut it in between like this. And then we're going to cut it right in between the two stitch lines that we just stitched together like that, so that when we open up our seams, because next we're going to go ahead and press. Now yes, there might be a little bit of stitching right on the side here. We're just going to go ahead and just very gently break that apart, and here are our half square triangles. So we're going to put this right to the side so that we can go ahead and press those seams. So here is our next one, and of course taking out any pins that you might see, we're going to cut right in between our two sew lines. Bada bing, bada boom. Set that right in the pile. Okay, let's keep cutting, everybody. We have a lot to cut. And again, you could absolutely use your rotary cutter. I am just going to use my scissors for right now. Right down this side. Bada bing. Go ahead and do it again. All right, let's go ahead and speed up our video. We're gonna cut on every single one of our blue lines and then cut right in between our stitch lines. And we're gonna go ahead and do that to all of them. Look at all of our, did we get them all? Okay, look at all of our half square triangles. Let's go ahead and stack them. Oh, George. Let's go ahead and stack them right on top of each other, and I will see you in the next step because we are going to press our seams now. Wowee, look at all of these half square triangles. Oop, and let's make sure that we take out the pins. All right, see you in the next step at the ironing station.